So I've got some bad news. In my entire life, I've never experienced any of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. So this review is coming from the perspective of somebody who's not too familiar with the series. That being said, I did research a fair bit about the series, and I'm probably going to incorporate that research near the end of this review. So anyways, what about this new title, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars? Just how is the game, and is it worth the asking price of 20 bucks? Well, like many Mario games, Tipping Stars has no form of a story. You go to the menu screen and select a stage. Simple as that, and I really like it. Tipping Stars involves the player constructing girder bridges by connecting vertices on the touchpad and removing and adding jump pads and pipes to get certain toys to an endpoint. It may sound simple at first, but the game gets a lot more complex as you go along. For beginners, the first level perfectly teaches players everything they need to know about Tipping Stars mechanics. It gives you a straight path to the Mario coin in Endor, allowing players to get the coins while experimenting with the mechanics in a safe, controlled environment. The game doesn't give you a dialogue box that tells you what to do and asks you to do it next. It simply gives you a text box explaining the basic mechanics as the level loads if you're unfamiliar with the series. Although the first world is not too difficult, challenge begins to increase as new elements like jump pads and a possessed Mario toy are introduced. See, when these aspects are introduced, the player is put into a stage where they really can't fail, so they can adapt to these changes quickly and efficiently. The great thing about this difficulty progression is that the challenge doesn't necessarily come from trying to learn how to use each element, but it comes from trying to plan a route in a short amount of time and thinking ahead of your toys. In the later levels and in the bonus rooms, it can get really challenging, even to the point of being frustrating. But I never thought that the challenge made me dislike the gameplay, as the variety of the levels was always engaging. There are so many new Toy Mario characters to interact with and new elements to think about. However, the place where Tipping Stars shines the most is with the level creator and the community. I've never really liked creating my own levels, but something about the Tipping Stars formula makes it more enjoyable. You unlock different components for level making by playing through the main story, or if your level is played by another, they can tip you a certain amount of stars. The unlockables are pretty cool, leaving the player with a lot of room to be creative. I haven't been playing a lot of user-created content, but I imagine I will after I fully complete the main story. One of the only things that bugs me about Tipping Stars is its unimaginative presentation. The models and graphics are nothing short of decent, and the music is repetitive and uninspired. And a lot of the tracks that loop over and over are just remixes from past Mario games. But all in all, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars is a good game. Sure, the presentation is simple and you could argue the gameplay gets repetitive, but I had a lot of fun with the game. From my research on the previous Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, I can say this is like the definitive Mario vs. Donkey Kong game. I would argue it has the most variety and it's the most accessible out of any game in the series. Oh yeah, did I mention this is one of the first Nintendo games to feature cross-buy between the 3DS and Wii U? Essentially, you can get Tipping Stars on your 3DS for 20 bucks and then download it on your Wii U for free. If you have both systems, I would definitely recommend you play the bulk of the game on the Wii U. The graphics look more refined and polished, and the wider screen is a lot better for this puzzle game. That being said, is the game worth $20? Well, if you like the series and puzzle games, I would definitely say so. If you're on the fence about getting the game, wait for a sale or a price drop. While I feel like anyone can get in the groove of this title, I don't know if $20 is worth buying a game that you may or may not enjoy. If I had to give Tipping Stars a score though, I would give it an 8 out of 10. It gave me a lot of enjoyment, and the level creator adds a ton of replayability to an already great game. And as always, if you agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. And if you like what you saw here, consider subscribing to never miss any of my new content. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.